Performing comedy in front of a wide range of audiences across New York, Pennsylvania, Delaware, and of course our wonderful home of New Jersey. Over the last 5 years and 5.5 years, he has been called avant-garde, but we won't call him that. We will call him Daniel Caprio. Thank you so much. I wrote that biography, by the way. Thank you. It's good that nakedness was brought up as well, because I do have material on that, ironically, for this evening. It's good to be here. Hi, Shelley. How are you? Nice to see you. Thank you. It's cold in here. It really is. I still have my jacket on. I paid a lot of money for this jacket, so I want to get some use out of it. It's so cold in here, guys. I can cut an ice sculpture with my nipples right now. And if there's any romantics in this room, I can cut you an engagement ring. It's going to take all 9 months, but I could do it. I can. And if you're on the cheap, I could do a cubic zirconium. So let me know. How are you? I was trying to gauge the audience. I kept peeking my head in here, in and out. A lot of good hats. A lot of good hats tonight. I'm a sucker for a good hat and a good jacket. It's wonderful. I wore my special glasses for this evening. So my mom's going to be watching this, so I want to look nice, you know? Because it's the holidays, you know? It's the holiday season, guys, you know? Anybody excited? Not the reaction I was expecting. Wow. No, I'm out of money. No, I'm going to skip that because I want to talk about something heavy that seems to happen to me over the holidays, guys. Has anybody in here ever been a pallbearer before? All right, we got an enthusiastic person. Yes, I've been a pallbearer at 10 funerals, mostly around the holidays. And I was thinking to myself, what is the protocol for calling out of being a pallbearer? You can't really do it the day of. What kind of excuse would you give? It's like, look, I know I made that big commitment, but no, I'm dead too. I will not be able to make it. I'm not even in physical form right now, so I would be no use to you. But please know I will be there literally in spirit. It's only going to get worse. No, I've noticed this, guys. Throughout your life, you're going to be invited to funerals where you don't know the person that the event is for. And you will go anyway. And you will not be happy because you might be hungover that morning or some other reason. But you know how you can get back at them? You know how you can do your revenge? You know that little sign-in book that they have in the front? Write any name you want in there. Any name! That way, when the person takes it home, they open it up, they're like, oh my God, it was so good to see Susan. I haven't seen her in 15 years. She brought her whole family out to support us in our time of need. But, wait, who is Anthony Ice Pick Stagnucci? How do we know him, and why did he dot the I with a smaller ice pick? Not a good guest. No, that's enough funeral jokes. All right. Snoopy was brought up for some reason. Snoopy, my ex-girlfriend she loves Snoopy. I thought this, because I love the Peanuts Christmas special, but I don't like when, I noticed this about Snoopy. I think Snoopy was on acid. I really do, because there's only one way to explain why he's on top of his doghouse and he thinks he's a World War I fighter pilot. Thank you. I wrote that joke 3.5 years ago. I did not think that would work. That's why I put it right in the middle. My ex, I gotta take my jacket off for this. I love my ex-girlfriend. She used to have a lot of cute pet names for me. Anybody have a significant other that gives them pet names of literal animals? She called me Walrus Hand one time. I thought, are we breaking up? Is this a term of endearment? What does that mean? Walrus Hand? I thought you would help me out with that, Shelley. I still, to this day, we've been broken up for years. I still don't know what that means. I don't know. Is anybody in here in an active relationship? Oh, no, we're all just... Oh, how's that going? Still together for the holidays. It's good to see them. It's good to see young couples in love. It really is, guys. It touched my heart, really. What? Yeah? Don't make me do crowd work. I like how you read the jokes out of a book. I think that's where my career's heading. I got this chill. I realized how little like clean jokes I actually do write. So I bought this joke book for children, and I thought about doing jokes out of that. But I thought I wrote that biography for myself, and I described myself as avant-garde. There's nothing avant-garde about stealing jokes from a children's book. It's not. I love my mom. I really do. Like I said, she's going to be watching this. No, don't clap yet. No, she's a wonderful lady. She used to do this when my brother and I were growing up. We lived in a townhouse with no central air conditioning. So in the summertime, it would get brutally hot, and there would be no cross breeze. So we would ask her if there was a fan somewhere or an air conditioner in storage that we could just put somewhere. And she would always tell us, she's like, think of ice cream. It'll help you fall asleep. What kind of advice is that? Think of ice cream? We would pester even more. And then she would be like, think of water parks. Think of Doherty Park. You'll fall right to sleep. She sounds like this, by the way. This is a literal impression. Finally, we just sent her over the edge one night. We're like, Mom, we're hot. Please, do we have a stand-up fan? And she's like, think of how cold my heart is towards your father right now. Antarctic heart. Guys, I went to bed and I never woke up again from that. Still, those glasses make me look too passive. I don't want to be that anymore. Getting back to my ex-girlfriend, see, sometimes in a relationship, guys, you want to get your significant other a unique gift. You want to stand out amongst all the other relationships they had. So my ex one year, she asked me for a platypus. She did this, and I got it for her. I did. I had to go through a lot of shady Italian businessmen just to get a hold of this animal. Anthony Ice Pick Stagnucci did help me out. Okay? And she loved it. She would pet it uncontrollably. She would talk to it. She called it Walrus Hand one time. But I didn't do enough research because it turns out that the male species of platypi has 2 poisonous barbed hooks on its hind legs. That's right. And one night she petted it too much. And I got a phone call from the hospital. She's like, or the person on the other end was like, is this Daniel Caprio? I said, yes, it is. And they said, we found your number in your girlfriend's emergency contact list. She's been poisoned. Have either one of you been in contact with a platypus by any chance recently? And I said no. So I hightailed it to the hospital, and I see my girlfriend. She's laying there on the hospital bed, unconscious. And guys, I broke it off right there. I broke it right off. Because if there's one thing I can't have in a relationship, it's lack of communication that bad. And this happened to be right before Christmas, but I said, no, we can't do this. That's right. So I am currently on the no contact rule permanently, and she also is as well, but from everyone on her side of the family. She's not really in a coma. No, I'm a great gift giver. I vicariously poisoned her with a gift. No, I'm not like that. I'm not. No. All right. What other clean stuff do I have? Somebody was doing dirty songs before I got up here? What was he singing about? Suggestive, eh? I got suggestive material. Thank you. Thank you for... I didn't plan on doing crowd work this early either, but thank you, sir. That's not technically a heckle yet, so I'm in good. I noticed this. I don't like this, especially seeing this. I've been seeing a lot of these around the Hondas. I don't like cute bumper stickers anymore. I don't like seeing those. Like dog grandma. See them all over the place around here. You see a family, but it's all stick figure cats and like one old lady. But the worst one, guys, is this. Who rescued who? Who rescued who, Shelley? I would hope it was the human and not the other way around. You know, you don't want like them interviewing some giant Great Dane out of nowhere, and it's like, it was terrible. He was spiraling into a deep heroin depression. I remember nights where he shook uncontrollably, and I held his head in my lap as he shook and cried. It was rough. Puns. My mom will like that one. Shout out a topic, guys, and I know I have something that I can do with it. I love doing this. Come on, you guys are fun. The military, I was denied from the military. You know why? I'm not saying. My mom's watching this. Next topic. What? Football? Lost too much money betting on it. Fantasy football? Not my fantasy. Won't lose $1,000 that weekend. Anybody else? I like to do things in threes. What? Explain that. I like to think I'm smart, but I have no idea what you're talking about, sir. Do I have to take acid to know what that means? Might do that tonight. Watch the Peanuts Christmas special. And the Thanksgiving special. Why not? What about the parade? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get that mean. I know her. Why am I getting that mean? Oh, man. That was... She's already starting to lose interest in my saucy act. What? PG-13? 14? No, I normally keep it X-rated, so I really have to tone it down. Really, does anybody in here, guys, does anybody in here love what they do? Does that mean a yes? What do you do? You laugh for a living? What do you do? You love your job. All right, who loves their job? What do you do? What do you do? Really? That's very unique. How long have you been doing that for? Oh my God. Do you think you could hypnotize me? Don't do that now. No, don't. Because I'm in the middle of an actual bit, so don't. No, I noticed this about Lyft drivers. You know how you can they can rate passengers and passengers can rate them. So I thought to myself, if I'm a Lyft driver and I'm driving, and it turns out that my passenger that I have to pick up is naked in the middle of the street, I'm going to keep it moving, no matter what their star rating. Because you know what I'm thinking? Where is your phone? Where is your phone? How did you get in contact with me? Where is it? That thing, they literally butt dialed me to get here. If I could, I'd give them 5 stars right there. But I'm not picking them up. No. And then turn it around on the flip side. Let's say I'm the one that's naked. I'd expect nothing but a 5-star rating every ride. Every ride. And I'd be taking a certain pill to make sure. Let's just put it this way. My car is an automatic. Not in this case. It's a stick shift all night long. All night. Because I am Italian, I got to keep my hands free to talk for those rides. Got to keep the wheel clear. How much time do I have left? Ooh, 4 minutes. 4 clean minutes. It's a tall order. And I don't want to look at anything I wrote down. I really don't want to. It's all jumbled. I don't want the book. I'd rather read out of like the Bible or something like that than the joke book. I didn't have one. Oh, actually, I made myself Thanksgiving dinner because I worked on Thanksgiving this year. Oh, I made a lot of money. Dan's thinking dollar signs on the holidays. That's right. I got food poisoning on Thanksgiving. Anybody in here ever get food poisoning? Oh, too heavy of a topic? She didn't like that one. No. You ever have Montezuma's Revenge? Do you know what that is? That's a split-second decision to decide, should I do this or this? Both bad. It's coming out both ends. And that was because of I had to listen to my roommate. He's like, my mom made this, so I figure it's safe. I got poisoned by my friend. My ex-girlfriend got poisoned by a platypus. I got poisoned by turkey meat. I deserved it. It's a no good. I wanted to do some impressions. Well, I thought about what Tony Danza would sound like at that funeral that I went to. He's like, hey, thoughts and prayers, literal thoughts and prayers. Hey, it's good to see you. Nice to see you tonight. That's it. That's the only impression I wanted to do for my mom. That's only for my mom. She's begging me to do it. I did one of her. I could do one of Mrs. Big. My neighbor used to sound like Mrs. Bighead. She used to think I look like Tom Cruise from Oblivion for some reason. He's like, oh, you're coming out looking like Tom Cruise from Oblivion in those sunglasses. You're such a handsome young man. If I was 50 years your junior, I'd propose. Didn't have a good relationship with her. I tried to avoid it, and it was tough because she was always on her porch. That's all the impressions. All right. Was it? Oh, applause break. All right. All right. I'm trying to think of something to end with that's not dirty. Shout out one more topic. How about somebody in the back? Heckle me on purpose. I want you to do it. How about you? Television, I don't watch it anymore. I used to carry groceries when this is a nice story. I used to carry groceries. I was 7 years old. I was a young go-getter. And I used to walk to the grocery store by myself when I was 7 years old and try to help people out and carry groceries to their car. I did this. This is before I had extensive knowledge of unmarked vans. It's dangerous. I mean, like, why did my dad let me do that? Gotta toughen his kid up. Go carry groceries. By yourself. I had a brother who could have came with me. No, by yourself. Yeah. All right. One more. My what? Oh, I mentioned I have a brother. I don't want to talk about my brother. I already had to talk about my mom. Why do I have to talk about my brother? I'm seeing him for Christmas. There, I talked about him. I don't believe. No. My neighbor one year, he dressed up as Santa Claus, and he came in, and my parents made a big deal out of it. They're like, Santa Claus is here, Santa Claus is here. And I looked at him, and I'm like, not only does he smell like scotch and the cologne that I know that this guy wears, he also was talking about how much money he lost on the Bills game that week, and I knew it was Skip the entire time. Guys, you have been a phenomenal audience. I love you, and I love my mother, despite this act. My name is Daniel Caprio. Look for me on social media. Good night. I love you.
There we go. Yes, Daniel Caprio, thank you. Awesome, sir. We're going to do a little stretch moment here, Mary.